Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. Yesterday we had a 15-minute storm with high winds, hail, a lot of rain fell in that short period of time. Going to walk through the garden, show you the damage. I got lucky, not much is damaged, and just talk to you about what you can do to kind of prepare for it. Often we don't have a chance, but if you know that hail's coming or you have to deal with damage afterwards, these are some things you can do to take care of the plants. Let me show you the storm first. Here's about 15 seconds of what it looked like. That was a pretty bad storm. We get lots of rain, we get wind, but that was a combination of everything in a very short period. So here's the outer part of my garden. The tomato plants in here weren't staked. They did get blown around, but the cage kind of kept them in place. One tip for tomatoes, it's not only a good idea to put them up a stake, secure them to a stake for growing reasons to manage disease and manage the growth, but it does help them if you do have high winds. Lost at least one sunflower there. This one looks like it's bent down at the bottom. But let's go inside. If you know that hail's coming, there's not a whole lot you can do, but you can break out, especially if your plants are, 2, 3, 4 feet tall. You can't do a whole lot. But if they're smaller, if they're seedlings, you can cover them. I have some larger containers I use for different reasons. You can cover up the bigger plants. You can get smaller containers. You can cover the seedlings. We'll get to a point where I have a couple of wire dish racks. You can use those. That will break the fall of the hail most of the time. The plants survived a lot. Sometimes if you have really bad hail, your bigger leafy plants like the zucchini, they'll get torn and ripped, and all you can really do is just let them grow, let them die off naturally, let them bring in the sun until they, dry up and die off. Give your plants an extra drink of water-soluble fertilizer if they're really damaged. But I fared pretty well. I mean, these plants look okay. My tomato plants were all tied up. Luckily, I was doing a video a couple days before and got them all in shape. There's a sunflower that fell over. I'll show you how I stake those back up. And basically, you're going to drop a stake next to it and pull the plant back up. But after the storm comes, give them 24 hours just to recover. Don't start moving them around. The potatoes were beat down. They were upright. They should recover a bit. Here's most of my damage was really to the sunflowers. They were all straight. You may need to use a bigger stake to pull this one back up, but you can give them 24 hours just to kind of rest. This one was completely knocked down. I'll set that one back up, and you can see that it's starting to wilt. So realistically, let's see if it snapped. It didn't snap, but this was pretty much blown straight down and it's severed right in there. So that might be a loss. We're going to try and save it. You can actually mound up around it. I'll do that, show you how I set that back up. But I got very lucky. Not a lot of torn plants or broken plants. The squash in here got knocked over. This one actually is already recovered. This one's starting to swing back over to the left. We'll have to fix up that plant. If you're growing corn, that's probably where the most damage comes. And pretty much right away, you don't have to wait for this, is just start picking it up, common sense, and you can mound up around it and just press it all back into place. So the corn has been lifted and pressed down at the roots to really prop it back up, and that should work. But if you're in an area that gets high winds, here's a strategy you can use. Unfortunately, the wind came a little bit before this one was ready, but I like to call this two brothers. You have the strong, stocky corn, but it can get knocked over, and then you also have the very agile beans, but they need something to grow up. So if you plant them together, they support each other. The corn gives the beans something to trellis up, and the beans will wrap around and hold the corn up if the high winds come. And you can see that I put in 4 bean plants. You could do more if you wanted to, but when your corn's about 6 inches tall, go ahead and drop the beans. And then eventually the beans will grow all through here, wrap them all together, They'll be nice and strong, so if a wind comes, they're not going to get knocked over. When they're smaller, it's a lot easier to pick them up. When they're larger, it can be more problematic because they're so heavy. So you don't want that to happen. So you can use the string beans as a way to sort of tie your corn together. You know, if you have a field of corn, this is going to be a bit of a challenge. But they will put roots out, they'll secure themselves, and hopefully you don't get another storm for a while. But if you're in high wind areas, some of the best things you can really do is use trellises. Weave your tomatoes through cattle panel, make sure you stake them, get them upright, and it just really helps prevent any damage from the plants, you know, snapping in the high winds. I even have the asparagus set up, weaved through string. You know, unfortunately, you know, I had a crazy frost, killed back a lot of plants. The tomatoes have all come back, but they're actually growing in a really odd way. Lots of new vines, production stems, have come up from the bottom. So these are going to be really fat plants. I'm pruning some of them, I'm letting them go, kind of just let them do what they want to do. Your plants want to survive. So if you do get news of a storm coming, you can pick up. And there isn't really a whole lot we can do with a crazy windstorm and hail, but you can get these dish racks at thrift stores. They're really inexpensive. They're like $1, and I just have to keep a collection of them. And I use these mostly to keep rabbits off my plants. Your peas and different vegetables can grow through the space, and the rabbits just don't get in there and shear them down. But they also function as a little bit of protection from hail. You know, the smaller hail isn't going to do much damage. The bigger hail will have more of a chance of hitting that wire and being deflected from your plants. But sometimes high winds come, sometimes hail comes, sometimes frost comes, and there's not a whole lot you can do. You know, I'll be able to just fix most of the corn, raise up the sunflowers, let me stake them up to show you how I do it. If your plants are damaged, the leaves are damaged, give them a really big drink of fish emulsion or some organic fertilizer with nitrogen and just get them back on the right track. Before we get to the sunflowers, the container garden held up well. These are my green stalk towers. I am affiliated with them. You can find them in the video description. There's a discount code too. They held up well to that crazy wind. One trick, and I think this is really important, any tower you have, make sure you soak them down before the storm comes, especially the bottom. The extra water weight will make the column heavier, and they're going to hold up to the wind better. A lot of times they fall over is when they're completely dry, or the top actually gets filled with water. The bottom's completely dry, they're top heavy, and the wind knocks them over. Just soak it down all the levels, and these will hold up in wind like you just saw. So remember, if you have a lot of plants that had leaves damaged, give them a nice drink of fish emulsion or some organic fertilizer. So this was a sunflower that fell over, but it didn't snap or break down at the bottom. The root ball just kind of came up and it fell over. So it's pretty solid. When you drive the stake in, these are 4-foot decking posts. This is what you make the railing around a deck from, and they're about 89 cents. You can pick them up at any big box store. They're great for garden use. Don't put the post close to the stem of the sunflower or any plant, because the main root, and you can see some of the roots coming out here, the roots come out here, then they branch out. If you put a stake in here, you do shear off some roots, but if you put it right here, you break it off right at the stem and you kill off everything that's spread out this way. So you want to go a good 6-8 inches away. And then if it's pretty heavy, just string it up like that, and that plant will survive and do just fine. Coming over here, same principle. This one was knocked over. I couldn't get as far away as I wanted to. That's all right. Even that little gap really saves you from damaging a whole chunk of roots. Put it along here, and then I just had to tie it up once. But where you can, try and get a good 6-8 inches away when you sink the post. And then this is the one that was pretty damaged. And this one is snapped off a little bit at the bottom, so I'm not sure if it's going to survive. And you can tell because the leaves are kind of losing moisture and stuff like that. So you can tell that it's suffering, and you can see how the leaves look all the way up here. This is going to get a nice drink of fish emulsion when we're done. Now, I wanted to show you this because we put in a single post about 6 inches away, but when this goes up, it just wants to fall over. So it's going to need another post right over here to tie it up so it stays straight like that. You also want to be careful. Let's pretend this was the sunflower. It fell over this way and there was a break in it here. If we pick it up and we push it back too far that way, it's going to snap all the way through and you're going to lose the plant. So be very careful when you pick it up and kind of just stop it perfectly perpendicular to the ground and then tie it down. This is the best way to take care of your sunflowers. Now, if you're growing lots of sunflowers, you know the wind's coming, set these up when the plants are, you know, like 3-4 feet tall, and that will give them security when the high winds come to your area. Hope this gives you some idea of how to save your plants from damage when the storms come. I have more to do. There's another sunflower that has to go up. But we can't always, of course, manage nature. We're going to get storms, we're going to have problems, but these are just things you can do to manage down the damage. Thanks so much for watching, and please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com.